Hello, welcome to TTV News. Ladies and gentlemen, in the afternoon of December 30, the dialogue with Vietnamese farmers was chaired by Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính, with the theme farmers are the subjects and a center in agriculture and rural economic development and building green and sustainable new rural areas. Mr. Nguyễn Thanh Ngọc, Deputy Secretary of the Provincial Party Committee, Chairman of the Provincial People's Committee, attended as tenant principal.
After a period of extensive consultation, there have been nearly 2,000 suggestions, wishes, and recommendations from officials, farmer members, experts, and scientists across the country sent to the government. There are 6 groups of issues of concern to farmers. Specifically, farmers want the government to direct ministry branches and localities to effectively implement the following contents: resolution on agriculture, farmers and rural areas, develop green economy, ecological agriculture, promote multi-value chain links, solutions to support farmers when participating in the 1 million hectares high-quality rice project, reducing emissions in the Mekong Delta, solutions to promote digital transformation in agriculture, some issues related to farmers' production and consumption, solutions and policies in handling environmental pollution in rural areas, create jobs for rural workers after moving to industrial and service sectors. Based on dialogue, the Prime Minister has directed ministry branches and locality to quickly resolve problems and legitimate demands from farmers, businesses, and cooperatives in order to move towards building a linked value chain, promoting agricultural digital transformation, building ecological agriculture, modern rural areas, and civilized farmers.
Ladies and gentlemen, currently the Department of Science and Technology is promoting activities to support the businesses, organizations, and individuals in assessing the science and technology service activities on the inspection, calibration, certification, and testing, inspecting the quality of the products and goods serving production and business in the province. Accordingly, the Department of Science and Technology assigns the Science and Technology Center to coordinate with the Quality Measurement Standards Technical Center 3, referred to as CATES 3, an organization under the Committee for Standards and Methodology, National Quality, under Ministry of Science and Technology, opens transaction affairs in the province. And this is a transaction point receiving the needs of department branches and locality, businesses, organizations, and individuals regarding inspection, calibration, certification, testing, and also inspection of product quality activities, products and goods within the scope of the service provision of CATES 3. Information about CATES 3 transaction affairs in the province. Address number 1, Alley 3, Võ Thị Sáu Street, Ward 3, Tây City, Tây province. Contact person to Mr. Nguyễn Văn Lai, Director of Science and Technology Center, with the phone number is 0949096363, 027638222465. And in 2023, TayNinhTV continues to implement support policies according to the resolution number 11 of the government, contributing to helping the businesses restore production and maintain the market. As of October 31st, outstanding loans according to decree number 31 of the government and circular number 3 of the State Bank of Vietnam reached for 225 billion Vietnam dong with 15 customers. The supported loan sales reached for 1,155 billion Vietnam dong with 17 customers, and the accumulated supported interest amount from the beginning of the program is 5.8 billion Vietnam dong. The banks are restructured the debt repayment period and maintain the debt group for 72 customers, reaching for 339 billion Vietnam dong, implementing the interest rate support according to decree number 36 of the government. The Provincial Policy Bank for Policies, the TayNinhTV branch, has provided interest rate support on loans with a support amount of nearly 35 billion Vietnam dong and financial loans through the Bank for Social Policies of the TayNinhTV branch for 3,597 customers with a loans balance reaching nearly 227 billion Vietnam dong. And on the morning of December 31st, in Dallas city of Lâm Đồng province, the Vietnam Integration Managing organized the meeting to welcome the Vietnam Spring Integration of 2024. The purpose of the program is to connect businesses through a digital transformation to integrate in the new requirements. The Vietnam Integration Magazine is an information and theoretical association under the Institute of Policy, Law and Management of Vietnam Union of Science and Technology Associations, with thousands of news articles and publications that reflect in depth the fields of policy, law management and integration in Vietnam. In recent years, the magazine has made many effective contributions to the foreign information channels and calling for Vietnam's investment in the world, bringing to the readers and the international community the image and thinking of a developed Vietnam, constantly dreaming aspirations to rise in innovation and international integration also. The meeting program to welcome the spring of Vietnam's integration in 2024 continues to inform, to say, and inspire positive directions to the business team, especially honoring the positive contributions of businesses to comment and share developments, exchange information about the need for a digital transformation for the businesses in the current development trend. In 2023, Go Giao District has drastically implemented budget collection tasks that met and exceeded the plan, contributing to the budget balance. During the year, budget revenue in the district reached more than 337 billion Vietnam dong, reaching more than 142% of the estimated size by the province. Besides, the budget expenditure is more than 610 billion Vietnam dong, reaching nearly 127% of the provincial plan and more than 123% of the district plan. The increase in district budget balance revenue is more than 100 billion Vietnam dong, and the increase in commune budget revenue is more than 4.5 billion Vietnam dong, and the increase in other revenue is more than 1.3 billion Vietnam dong. In 2023, the district implements capital construction investment projects with an amount of nearly 237 billion Vietnam dong. The district has implemented the construction of 73 new capital construction projects, then has completed and put into yield for 69 projects and has disbursed for 97.6% of the project as planned. Mr. Nguyễn Văn Nhu, Deputy Secretary, District Party Committee and Chairman of District People's Committee of Go Giao District, said that the district finance sector to focus on implementing effective budget collection solutions in recent times and promptly implement solutions to collect the revenue. The state policies set aside the targets in 2024, and the banking system in the district jointly supports and increase the sales and business performance, contributing to the economic development and enhancing the social security activities in the area.
Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính also just signed a telegram requesting the State Bank to ensure stable and safe payment activity during 2024.
Accordingly, the Prime Minister directed the organization to operate the financial transaction clearing and switching system to ensure the payment system operates stably, safely, and smoothly 24 per 24 hours and 7 per 7 days to meet the needs of the people before and during the New Year and the Lunar New Year of 2024. In addition, the Prime Minister also requested to organize well the payment services of the National Interbank Payment System. In addition, the authorities need to closely coordinate and strengthen inspections to promptly and strictly handle violations in buying and selling foreign currency and gold, and making money exchanges not in accordance with the law. Regarding network security, it is necessary to strengthen supervision and deploy technical measures and arrange necessary personnel to ensure the safe operation for payment system and related systems.
And ladies and gentlemen, Tay Ninh currently has nearly 500 schools from preschool to high school level. In recent years, Tay Ninh province has focused on directing the planning of the school and classroom system in accordance with the standards, prioritizing budget investment in building classroom, administration buildings, and purchasing teaching equipment for the students, the school, and ensuring standard school criteria. In 2021, the number of national standard schools in the province is 231 schools. To date, the whole province has 275 schools meeting national standards. Among them, the largest number of schools meeting the standards in Taynan City with 42 schools, and ranked second is Hwaton Town with 37 schools. In 2023, there will be 21 schools that will recognize national standards, and the increasing number of national standard schools contributes to improving the quality of education in the province. The Women's Union of Taynan City organized a conference to summarize the union's work of the women's movement in 2023, deploying direction and tasks for 2024. In 2023, the City Women's Union has effectively deployed and implemented election movements, campaigns, projects, and assigned tasks. In the past year, all levels of the city's Women's Union implemented the Green Living Women motto, promoting the propaganda of environmental laws to the women members, contributing to building new rural areas and urban areas for the green, clean, beautiful, and civilized. In addition, the association promotes building models to help the women escape poverty sustainably through many forms such as borrowing seedlings, interest-free loans, the model of helping poor women have an address, and giving startup capital for businesses and startup capital with a total cost of about 800 million Vietnam dong. And thereby, we have helped many children have the jobs and have the stable economy. And the total resource mobilized by all levels of the City Women Union in 2023 are more than 5.2 billion Vietnam dong for social movements, and thereby many activities have been implemented, such as building a loving home, helping members of the women and the children in difficulty in the city. At the conference, many individuals and groups were praised and rewarded. And ladies and gentlemen, in 2023, a year full of hardships and challenge the endurance and spirit efforts of the people and also businesses. But the biggest and most important success when talking about 2023 is that Taynan successfully overcome difficulties in the context of a world economy with many fluctuations and challenges affecting the economic development of both the country and the province. Taynan has implemented a series of solutions from the government and the province to recover the economy, and after a period of quiet, the social economic trends to recover in the last months of the year, although still slowly. There are 13 targets met and stated. Among them, the targets that in the first 6 months of the year seems difficult to achieve and failed to achieve, such as state budget revenue, GDP, the total social product increased by 6.12%. That is the right effort to the entire political system for the direction and holding the real situation with close to the actual situation of the province. And after the determined direction, the social economy trend to recover in the last month of the year, and we reached for the 13 targets met and exceeded the plan with 6.1% of the GDP reached. That is also the great efforts of the entire political system in directing for the economic development. 2023 is not an easy year. It is the year where the rate of businesses leaving the market is very high and imports and export decrease. However, in the last month of the year, industrial production tends to develop more positively. The industrial production index increased by 8.9%. Export turnover reached nearly $5.80 billion and reaching about 83% of the land, down to 9.1% over the same period. Import turnover reached for $4.98 billion and reaching for 81%, down for 14%. The total retail sales of goods and revenue from the service industry increased by 11.5%. Taynan welcomed more than 5.1 million visitors to tourist areas in destination, reaching for 102% of the plan, and increased over the 13 over the same period. Increased visitors numbers are fueled growth in the industry, such as accommodation, food and beverage, and other services also. The total tourism revenue for the whole year reached for 2,000 billion Vietnam dong in the city in 11% and increased by nearly 37%. The total investment capital for social development reached for nearly 41,000 billion Vietnam dong, increase of over 10% and reaching for 37.4% of the GDP. And the total purchase revenue by the end of December 28, 2023 is over 11,300 billion Vietnam dong, reaching for 109% of the estimate assigned by the central government and 103% of the estimate assigned by the Provincial People's Council. There are 9 revenues reaching 100% or more compared to the estimate, and the total expenditure to balance the local budget is nearly 13,000 billion Vietnam dong, increase of 25%. The total investment and attraction capital reached for 734 million US dollar. In a difficult condition, despite domestic investment, the private foreign investment attraction still ranks 15 in the country. The price spot is very clear, and TayNinh has 65 communes meeting new rural standards, 25 communes meeting advanced new rural standards, and 40 street-level units completing the task of building new style rural areas. While developing the economy, the province also ensures national defense and security and social order and safety. Also, domestically functional units are regularly maintain the patrols and control, propagate and mobilize the people to participate in reporting crimes and contribute to maintaining security and order in the area. 2024 is a breakthrough year to complete the 5-year socio-economic development plan for 2021 and 2025 in the context of the heavy impact of the COVID-19 pandemic. The difficulties and challenges still remain, and TayNinh is determined to continue to inherit and promote the achievements it has achieved, focusing on resolving the difficulties and obstacles and striving to complete the set tasks and contributing the implementation part completes at the highest level the goals of the 5-year socio-economic development plan for 2021 and 2025.
Along with influenza A, another dangerous disease is also increasing in many localities across the country, with the tetanus. The main cause is due to the patient's subjective history. Show how dangerous is tetanus or how to prevent it. The answer will be in the following reporters.
Returning home after 1 month of treatment for tetanus at Phu Thar Provincial General Hospital, Mr. Lemington has gradually stabilized his health. He said that after 1 week his foot stepped on a rusty nail. He was hospitalized with difficulty breathing, stiff jaw, respiratory failure, and pneumonia. When admitted to the hospital, invasive mechanical ventilation was required. He could not have thought that tetanus could be a life-threatening. Until now, no one talked about tetanus. I also think I was subjective because I thought I wouldn't get the disease. I didn't get vaccinated. Of the total of nearly 10 cases of tetanus hospitalized for treatment at Phu Thar Provincial General Hospital this year, there are 4 severe cases treated for tetanus at the intensive care department. This is a severe acute disease. Tetanus bacteria exists in 2 forms: spores that exist in the environment and active forms that exist in the body through the wound. It is also a dangerous disease due to long treatment times, expensive treatment costs, and high mortality rates. Tetanus is a disease that can occur in everyone, commonly found in people with wounds, especially materials such as rusty nails and dirty wounds that have not been treated with SAT injection can lead to such conditions. In cases of non-vaccination, when there is a risk of tetanus, must require prolonged treatment in the hospital. If tetanus is treated early and promptly, it can be completely cured. However, for newborns with tetanus, the mortality rate is high. Therefore, tetanus vaccination in the expanded vaccination program is extremely important and necessary. In order to prevent newborn tetanus for children, mothers need to have enough tetanus shots during pregnancy, and after birth, your child will continue to be vaccinated against tetanus when he or she is 2 months old through 6-in-1 and 5-in-1 vaccinations. For adults, when there is a risk of exposure, which is when contacting an open wound with dirty soil, there is a risk of tetanus infection. You need to get vaccinated against tetanus as soon as possible. Tetanus serum injection or SAT is a simple and effective measure to help prevent tetanus. When there is a skin wound, However, unfortunately, there are many cases where people often subjectively do not go to a medical facility for checkup and vaccination, leading to the disease developing and causing dangerous complications.
And ladies and gentlemen, in the past 2 weeks, medical facilities across the country have received many children infected with the influenza A. This is the times of sectional flu, with symptoms similar to regular flu, but with complications more dangerous if not treated promptly and properly. After only one night of high fever, this patient was forced to be transferred to the National Children's Hospital for treatment and was forced to breathe oxygen. And after doing tests, the child was diagnosed with the influenza A, which served complications based on atopic dermatitis and sepsis. The child has a fever and sepsis cross-infection and then got influenza A. This patient also had to breathe oxygen due to the complications from pneumonia from influenza A. In just the past 2 weeks, every day the National Children's Hospital received 50 to 70 pediatric patients hospitalized due to influenza A. In those cases, if the baby has no underlying disease or accompanying symptoms of superinfection, after 3 to 5 days completely cure, a few are at risk of pneumonia and respiratory failure. In today's weather, erratic air changes are suitable conditions for pathogens, including the influenza A, to thrive, and the children are sensitive to changes in the weather. So the doctors also recommend that the parents have a reasonable diet to prevent the influenza A and infectious diseases. Besides food issues, it is necessary to pay attention to the water drinking and the water source, and also for the condition keep the health and the immune of the child to keep it live better and healthier life.
That's all for today, TTV News. Thank you for being with us and goodbye for now.